Hi guys! In this episode of RTK, I am really excited to be continuing with my reactions to Big Time Rush's new repackaged album, Another Life, Deluxe. So far we checked out the two songs which we've already heard before, those being Weekends with their new music video for it, and the new 2023 version of Shot in the Dark, which I actually like quite a lot, but I still probably prefer the original version slightly more. But it's still a much better showing of the official version of a song that they previously hadn't released officially, because the last one, which I believe was Paralyzed, I wasn't a big fan of. But now we have 3 more songs left of this album, and those are the 3 new original songs, which I'm really excited to see how I'm gonna feel about, because in the last album reaction that I did of theirs for their original Another Life album, I might have been a little bit too critical of some of the songs, and I might have found them a little bit bland and uninteresting at times. But ultimately, ever since I did that album reaction, I've actually listened to that album quite a lot. Like, I've had a lot of fun listening to it, despite any criticism that I might have had. And honestly, at this point, I'm starting to feel like maybe it's time for me to retire from reacting to music, because nowadays I feel like I almost every time like criticize and complain and whine about the songs that I'm listening to, and then afterwards when I listen to them on my own, I end up loving them, because it's happened for other groups that I really like a lot, like Stray Kids, for example. Their songs, I might complain about them, but then I listen to them when I'm driving my car and I fall in love with the songs. Maybe I've kind of lost my ability to react to stuff properly, I don't know. So hopefully I'm not gonna be whiny about these 3 songs, but I guess there's only one way to find out. With the 3 songs being, let me say their names: Learn to Love, Dreamworld, and Your Way. So, before we get into the reaction and find out how much I'm gonna like these songs, I do want to quickly remind you that I would really appreciate it if you guys could help me out with my transition by donating to my Patreon, my Ko-fi account, or my PayPal, because for those of you who didn't know, I am trans. And by doing so, you also get access to the ability to demand me to do K-pop reactions, be it to specific music videos, specific albums, or potentially whole artist discography. You can read up on it on my Patreon and Ko-fi account. I've explained everything over there. But if you don't care about any of that, you can also just comment suggestions in the comments, but that's the catch there. Those things that you comment in the comments will be just suggestions, whereas the things that you requested me to react to through Patreon and Ko-fi are demands, things that I'm gonna do ASAP. So if you really want me to react to something, you should definitely go to Patreon and Ko-fi. But again, ultimately, if you don't care about any of that, that's fine. I guess let's get into what you're here for, which is my reaction to Big Time Rush's Another Life Deluxe new song. So without further ado, let's start off the reaction with Learn to Love in 3, 2, 1. I like the beginning of this one so far. Right off the bat, it's definitely better than the B-sides of the previous album. Okay, I definitely can see myself listening to this song when I'm driving. It's a very drivable song too, honestly. Okay, I really like this one. criticism I could really give about this song is that I wish it was longer. Like, why are songs nowadays just 2.5 minutes? Like, it's too short. No, I remember when I was a kid, when I would watch like TV shows like Big Time Rush, and whenever the songs would be like 1.5 minutes or something, and not even 1.5 minutes, like 1minute and 15 seconds or something, you know, it always confused me. Why are the songs so short in the shows? Why are they portrayed as supposedly full songs when they're so short? Like, is there is this just what we're seeing, and in universe they're seeing the full version of the song? It always kind of bothered me. And it seems like we live in that reality where the songs are super fucking short. Like, why is that the case? I hate that so much. But yeah, getting back to the song itself, I guess you could say I've learned to love it, because it definitely seems better right off the bat compared to most of the songs in the Another Life original version of the album. Because a lot of those I found kind of bland and uninteresting. Like, some of the songs there still right off the bat like stood out and were fun. Like, I Just Wanna Party All the Time and Weekends and Forget You were right off the bat really, really inspired and interesting, and I enjoyed them. But some of the other ones, like Superstitious, and hell, I can't even remember most of the other names. Well, still I ended up enjoying them quite a lot. Definitely didn't feel as interesting on first listen. But this one does feel actually pretty entertaining overall. Like, I genuinely like it. There's not too much to say about it because I still don't like it as much as Forget You or Weekends. But it's a solid song, honestly. I would definitely see myself listening to this quite a lot after I'm done with this. Like, it's a good song. Depending on how good the next two songs are, maybe those songs will overshadow this one, but right now, I do like this one quite a lot. And how much, you ask? Well, I would say I like it about an 8.3 out of 10. Maybe even as high as an 8.7, depending how I feel about the next two songs. Because if the other two songs are worse than this, then this is an 8.7. If they're better, then this is probably an 8.3 out of 10, you know? Those are kind of my borders about how I feel about it. Like, it's either 8.3 at worst or 8.7 at most. But yeah, I don't know. I like it. I would have loved to listen to it a second time, but in this day and age with my crazy recording and editing and uploading schedule, I just don't really have time to react to many songs twice, so I'm not going to do that. But I want you to know that I would definitely have loved to do that. Still though, we have two more songs to get into. Maybe one of those will get a chance to be reacted to twice. So without further ado, let's continue with the next one, Dreamworld, in 3, 2, 1.
I know we say we slow it down, but I can't wait. Cause my body just goes numb when you're away. I've been going through our memories on replay. Oh, but now I'm chasing every future fantasy. You say my name and I'm floating up high. Colors so vivid, the world comes alive. We got a name, but there's so much more I wanna do with you. Baby, come with me. We'll have everything we need. It's pure imagination with you. Living in a dream world, dream world. Fire cars and diamond rings. Champagne bottles.
Okay, there's something about these songs in this album that definitely makes them better. I don't know what it is. I feel like the lyrics remind me of K-pop lyrics a little bit. Like, the vibe feels the most K-pop I've heard them, you know?
They gon' try and say that this is fake, but you and me, we dream while we're awake. As long as I got you,
I can definitely tell you this is not quite as fun as Learn to Love was, but I also kind of didn't expect it to be. It's definitely more on the boring side, but it's still not as like boring on first listen as the songs in their original and other live album.
imagination with you, living in a dream diamond rings, champagne bottles with your name. You could be the queen girl, living in a dream world, dream world with me. Yeah, 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 yeah.
I like this part of the instrumental a lot.
Living in a dream world.
I always appreciate the guitar in this song.
Baby, come with me. We'll have everything we need. It's pure imagination with you. Living in a dream world, living in a dream. Cars and diamond rings, champagne bottles with your name. You could be the queen girl. Living in a dream world with me. Yeah, 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 yeah. Living in a dream world with me.
Okay, so yeah, like I said, it's not bad. On first listen, it definitely feels better, or at least less bland, than most of the songs in the original Another Life album. But I feel like this song kind of has a little bit of a kind of generic K-pop vibe to it, which, I mean, I can't say whether it's a bad or good thing, but for me, typically whenever a K-pop song, K-pop B-side tends to sound like this, I usually find them kind of forgettable and not particularly interesting. The only reason why I guess I might find this better is, like I've said many times, because it's in English and I can actually understand what they're singing about, and I can experience at least somewhat of the emotion that they're trying to portray in the song. Whereas for K-pop, I can't, because most of the time I'm not reading the lyrics as I'm listening to the song, am I? Yeah, so I guess this is still better than your average K-pop B-side, but I definitely don't like it as much as Learn to Love, and maybe I'll end up liking it a lot, just like I did for pretty much all of the original Another Life album. But right now, this is probably my least favorite song out of the whole Another Life album. Both the deluxe and the original version, you know? I really don't like this one. So I'm hoping that the next song is gonna be actually the best one, maybe, or at least as good as Learn to Love, because so far, Learn to Love is definitely climbing to that 8.7 spot, with this one being not as good, you know, not as interesting. In terms of rating for this one, I guess I can go with, I mean, I don't know, man. I think I'm going to go for this one with a 7.5 out of 10, 6 maybe. I don't know. It's at most a 7.9 out of 10. I can tell you that much. But you know what? Yeah, let's stick with that. I'll give it the last one an 8.7 out of 10. I'll give this one a 7.9 out of 10. It's not bad, but I definitely didn't find it as fun as I wish I would, but I also kind of didn't expect that it was going to be that great. But yeah, we still have one more song to check out, that being the final one, Your Way, and let's see whether it's going to be my way or the highway for this song. Without further ado, let's get into it in 3, 2, 1. Okay, I like this one already.
No, this ain't nowhere to live. So unnatural, it's irrational. I'm so overthinking. If something's gotta,
I already love this one. I like these kind of like more energetic songs, man. Do more of that, please, Big Time Rush. Well, I'm glad I'm having it my way, because it means we're getting a good song, guys. Yeah, this is definitely up there with Forget You and Weekends for me.
No one really does it like we do, but I should know better now. I'm so overthinking. If something's gotta
listen the shit out of this song, man. I love it already so much. I really wish it wasn't quite so repetitive though. That's one criticism I can definitely give to this song. Okay, I'm gonna say this. A final changing of the ratings for all of these songs. I'm sorry, it's a final one. So, for Learn to Love, I'm going with an 8.3 out of 10. It was a fun song, I enjoyed it, it was cool. I would definitely be listening to it. For Dreamworld, I'm definitely going with a 7.9 out of 10. It's still pretty decent, but I feel like it's definitely somewhat on the blunder side, and it's just at least not interesting. It doesn't have anything spicy to it. So it's going to be a 7.9 out of 10. This one, right off the bat, I can tell you it's going to be an 8.5 out of 10. I really like it quite a lot. It's very catchy, it's faster paced, which is always a plus in my eyes, and it's just slightly edgy. There's definitely just a slight edge to it, which I really like. And I don't know if it's quite necessarily as good as Forget You and Weekends, but it's definitely top 5, I guess, of the whole album for me. So there's that at least, because like right off the bat, I loved it. Like usually when a song is like really good, you can feel it right off the bat. Doesn't mean that some songs can't take a little longer to really fulfill their potential, but usually when a song is really good, you can definitely tell right off the bat, and this one is definitely one of those cases, and I really like it. It's fun, it's catchy, it's energetic, and I love it, and slightly edgy, like I said. It's good. So yeah, I guess you can definitely say that percentage-wise, this is probably better than the original version of the album. But again, I feel like I've also kind of gotten into this reaction with a little bit of a different perspective from the one that I had for the original version of the album, because I myself am starting to get sick of the way I'm reacting to new songs from my favorite artists. Like, why the hell am I constantly whining about how not perfect these songs are or how not great they are? I thought that I was focusing on positives on this channel, you know, but I feel like I've kind of neglected my reactions a little bit, and I just started to whine about it. Maybe it's just the kind of mental state that I've been in. Now I'm definitely in a better mental state. So hopefully my reactions will become better and more positive going forward. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to acknowledge like bad things and I'm not going to have criticisms, but I'm not, at least not going to whine about the music anymore. So yeah, I like this. But I am curious, what did you guys think about these 3 songs and this album as a whole? So comment your thoughts down below and let's have a discussion about this. And also, before we end this video, I just want to give a huge shout out to my currently 2 patrons on Patreon, Deadpool and Corby Dead. Thank you guys for your support, I really appreciate it. It really means a lot to me. You have decided to support me, have continued to support me for such a long time. I hope you continue to enjoy my content and continue to support me going forward. Thank you very much. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like, subscribe. Also, check out the link in the description to my Wattpad, where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you don't enjoy my stories, or simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to my Patreon, my Coffee account, or my PayPal. where you can pledge support and help get the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing the stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do any of that, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think that's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!